everyone, I am here at St. Salon. I'm actually here to see Maris at Wild Violet. We're gonna get some lips blush today, so come on with me. It's a beautiful salon in here, and Maris is back here in her own room. Hi, Maris. We're here. We're excited.
Me too.
Okay, so what's first?
First, we are going to talk about colors.
Okay.
And choose whatever feels comfortable to you. I'll show you my color chart and all that kind of stuff. And then we will do mapping. So here's the color chart. So we'll talk about that. And then we will do mapping, which is not super interesting.
Which color, guys? Leave it in the comments exactly. What color did she choose? All right, you guys, I am super excited. So Kelly has no tattoos. This is a tattoo, guys. So pray for me. Pray for Maris. But my lips are gonna be fantastic.
All right, we're gonna color swatch you. I'm just gonna put the Dusty Pink and the Perfect Pink on, and then I'm gonna give you the mirror, and then you can look at it and kind of see which one you're gravitating towards. And I try to thin this out as much as possible, but it is usually a little bit more pigmented than it will be after the first session. Now, once we get to that second session or possibly a third, then it can possibly look similar to this, but like just it's not going to be quite this
similar.
Yeah. We're just looking at the tone and seeing which one seems like the more accurate for kind of what you're going for. They're both really pretty.
All right, so you know I haven't had any tattoos, blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
I have no idea what to expect.
Yeah.
Is it gonna hurt? Am I gonna cry?
No. Generally with lips and brows, it's more of a tweezing, waxing, irritation level of pain versus like an actual like this hurts really badly. Sometimes lips can be kind of like a little ticklish in some areas. So sometimes you'll have like an area, it's usually right here, that's a little bit more sensitive than other. You'll be like, okay, but you can get through it. I do numb for brows. Lips, I can numb for, but I try not to because numbing can affect the integrity of the skin pretty significantly.
So it's something on it.
Yes.
Okay.
So I do my first pass with no numbing, which everyone can get through. That's not a big deal.
Okay.
And then I'll check in with you on the second pass. And at that point, we will determine whether you feel like you need something. It's rare that I have a client who needs it, but it's totally fine if you do need it. Because,
I just don't know what to expect.
Yeah, and it's not, we're not working at the same depth in the skin as a tattoo, so it doesn't hurt as much, period, just because it's not quite as deep. It's more of a microneedling level, and that also means there's no real damage to your skin. It's the same thing as microneedling where it does damage your skin, but it's only
to heal.
Exactly. It just kind of sends some extra, you know, cells there, cell turnover, extra collagen, that sort of thing. So it's not really damaging the skin. You know, I'm going to give you the mirror so you can look at both of these colors. So
I love them.
Yeah. So this is the Dusty, and that's the Perfect Pink. So I feel like they're both really pretty. They're also really pretty mixed together. Yeah.
I like the darker one.
Like the natural color to me is a little bit on the cooler side versus the warm. So I think the Dusty Pink is the one. Even though those are both neutral, that one is a little bit cooler.
This one's too pink.
Yeah, it's a little bit too like salmony, like peachy.
Peachy.
Yeah. Okay, Dusty Pink it is then.
Dusty Pink.
The Dusty Pink, we can add a drop of another one in to make it a little bit darker. The Dusty Pink just tends to be really, really natural. Basically, I feel like the Dusty Pink is probably going to be a little bit more amped up than your natural color. So if that's kind of what you're going for.
Let's take it up a notch.
Okay, perfect.
Ready. Oh my God, I love them. I love them.
Take a look. You ready to see them? They look not scary. Like
oh my
the mask.
gosh.
So pretty, right? Look at that. It looks like, I feel like it makes you look like you have makeup on.
Yeah. That's the look I want to go for. Not wear anything and have it all on.
So this is your aftercare kit here. So I have this in, I'll give you another one. So brows, I probably will give you so because you use the same one. Okay, but the ball will be different. So that
Little stuff that I was putting on there. Balm. So like I said, you're gonna keep that on them like all the time.
Like it's dry. You just put it on and it's already like, it's not, it's soaked up.
Exactly.
It's completely dry again.
Right, exactly. So just put it on again. And I didn't put very much on.
Okay.
You can decide how much you want to put on if it feels comfortable for you, but I would just keep it on pretty much all the time.
Okay.
Make sure that your hands are clean when you touch them for the first like 5 days or so until kind of your little flakies are gone. You'll have they'll feel chapped and they kind of flake a little bit sometimes. It depends. Sometimes they don't, because if you don't have much scabbing, then they won't flake.
Okay.
Right? Your lips did really well, so I doubt they're gonna be super scabby because you're probably not gonna produce much lip fluid. You know, and then also just keeping this on there
will help.
It won't allow those scabs to form.
Okay.
So it kind of just lets your lips heal and then
By themselves.
but just make sure for at least like the first like 5-ish daes, just make sure your hands are clean when you're touching them, just for sanitary reasons. And then tonight you're gonna grab the soap and you just, it's foaming, so you pump it out into your clean fingertips and just kind of like gently rub it over your lips. You don't have to do anything crazy. I recommend doing that the last thing you've done, like brush your teeth first.
Okay.
And do that last. And then put your balm on. Put a little bit more before you go to sleep, that kind of thing. And you'll do that morning and evening. And then the only other thing that you really have to worry about, I'm gonna go over like all the avoids and all that kind of stuff, but the only other thing with lips is you're obviously gonna have to eat and drink, and that's fine.
So
but
use a straw.
Use a straw anytime you're drinking something for at least the first week.
Okay.
After that, you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
After that. And then when you're eating, just make sure you're not eating something super sloppy, and then you're just kind of being careful.
Use a fork.
Yeah, exactly. And rinse your lips after you've eaten. So just gentle rinse and just pat them dry and put more balm on. Your lips are used to all the bacteria that are in your mouth and everything, so you don't have to really have to worry about that. You know, you're probably not, I mean, if you get chapped lips and it cracks, you don't ever get an infection from that, so you don't have to worry about that. External stuff, definitely make sure your hands are clean, like I said, but like, you don't have to wash them after you've eaten. It's not really a concern. Just kind of rinse it so that there's no like stuff sitting on there. If that makes sense. Yeah. So your QR code is right here. So if you scan that, it will take you to my website that has all my aftercare on it. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone too. There it is. So if you scroll just the pre and post care, just click that little button and it'll take you right down. And the lips are right below brows. So if you click that button, you can download a copy.
The sheet?
And you can print it out, or you can just take screenshots and just keep this in your bathroom, like whatever feels comfortable to you. But basically, you're just gonna follow these instructions there. Do you have any questions about any of that?
I don't think
Like
so.
that's- Okay,
no,
perfect.
but
And I mean, obviously, if you have questions,
have
you
them,
have my
you know,
information, so you can reach out to me.
Damaris, I love them. I thank you so much. I love the way I tried them too. I was a little nervous, everyone, with when we were mapping, but like she said, she colored us inside of the lines. So I'll be back in 6 weeks to get my brows touched up and my lips touched up. I can't recommend Maris and Wild Violet anymore. That we are currently at St. Salon, but she is moving in just a few short weeks to her very own space. Just a little bit up the road in Red Bay. So we'll make sure to share all of that information. I want to thank you so much for having me here. I can't wait to see your space.
Me too. I'm excited.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about, coming back in 6 weeks and the healing process. And so this was filmed, 10 days after? A week after?
Something about a week. We were Thursday, weren't we?
Yes, it was a week after.
Yeah, it's been
A week after when I had my lips. I was really nervous because I heard that it could scab and swell and burn like a sunburn. And I had none of that.
Yes, that's awesome. Yeah.
None of that. And Varys did tell me today that, that's kind of typical, though things can happen.
Yeah.
I highly recommend this for anyone.
Yeah.
I was swollen the day that I had it done.
Yes. And that's really normal.
But not enough for people to be like, oh my God, what happened to you? Because I did go to work that right afterwards.
Yeah.
That day, opening night was people work, meaning what Kelly does all day long. Talks to people, eat a label, things like that. Drinking out of a straw has been the only major issue, kind of a thing. But I did cheat every now and again, but don't cheat everybody. But I mean, it's been a great habit of keeping them moisturized. And
definitely.
So, but you said my eyebrows will probably be the same.
Yeah.
So I'll update everyone.
Yeah, it'll be similar. It's just not on your lips, so it's a little bit less, of you having to be aware of it all the time.
All right. So what else do we need to know, or what else do you offer here?
Yeah.
So we're going to be offering at Wild Violet in your new space.
So I'll just be doing the same things. I do brows and lips, obviously, for permanent makeup. And then I do tiny tattoos. So little, I do some custom stuff, but I usually just do the little flash, like tiny. Exactly. Yeah. And then I do permanent jewelry as well, which is just the claspless jewelry. It's not really permanent, like you just weld it on and then you can cut it off, but there's no clasp. Is that? And I do that in studio, and then I also can, host parties for like bachelorettes and like girls' nights and stuff like that too, like at someone's house or at the studio when if I had a bigger space, so I'll be able to have parties.
Yeah, so that's going to be so fun. We'll have to have a little party at your new location and show everybody what you have in your space, and see if we can get some other great people here and strolling around Chattanooga to come and visit your space, get some lips or some eyes done, eyebrows done, not eyes. I will not be doing eyeliner, everyone. No. Thank you so much. So welcome. Appreciate it. So and again, we'll put Maris's information up, but please give her a ring, have a consultation with her, and you'll love the way that you look too.